Hi, my name is Lianne. So Ohuhu has asked me to do a 4-part series of mini workshops, and this is part 1 of 4. I'm using the Ohuhu marker pad because it works really well with the markers I'm going to use. The marker pad comes with a protective. I recommend using it, put it behind the sheets you are going to color on, and it prevents the colors to bleed onto the next page. As you can see, I'm going to color in an apple. I've already pre-sketched my apple so we can start with the fun part. I'm going to color in the apple with a selection of markers from the Honolulu series. These markers have a chisel and a brush nib. This allows me to color big surfaces with ease, while also being able to achieve lots of detail. Because I've drawn the highlights too, I know now what parts to keep uncolored or slightly less colored. The colors I'm going to use are cadmium red, geranium, and powder pink. Before I start coloring, I will remove all the caps from the markers. This allows me to work faster and keeps the alcohol in the artwork from drying up. I'll start with R20, powdered pink, and go around the highlights with a swiping motion to create a soft transition with the white of the paper. With cadmium red, I'm going to create a transition with a light pink, and I will keep switching between those to create a nice blend. By touching the light pink point against the red point, you can create a midtone, which helps you create soft transitions between both. I will keep going with the process and explain how to proceed soon. Like most alcohol marker drawings, also this drawing goes through an ugly phase. Don't let it discourage you and keep going by adding more layers. Trust the process. I will be using R8 to create the shadows in the apple, and next I will blend this again with the cadmium red. Again, I will use the two lightest colors to create a midtone. Adding more shadows allows me to create even more contrast. Then back to the two lightest colors to soften the transition of the highlights again. I will switch to GY7 to apply green at the top of the apple around the stem, and this way you can create some color variation. Next, I will use YR240 to create some light spots and try to give the apple some texture. Now that the red part of the apple is done, I will draw the stem and leaf with GY7. After that, GY43 is used to create shadows. This blends nicely with light green, again with the use of a midtone. The veins of the leaf are done with dark green and then blended with a lighter green. Repeat this process until you are satisfied with the result. Last, some extra shine and texture is added using a white pen, and then the work is done. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to follow Ohuhu and Van.Liann on social media.